Tell us about your background before you joined this show.
Well, I was a gymnast at first for about 20 years. Then I did sports
From France?
From France,
I
yeah. Yes. I did sports university for 3 years, and when I graduated those 3 years, I decided I wanted to become a firefighter. So I became firefighter for 3 years. I was still doing some gymnastics, but a little bit at a lower place because of the job. Until I saw, by chance, one of the Cirque du Soleil show based in Las Vegas called Mystère, and that was just a revelation. Like, that is what I want to do.
Okay.
It was so full of life, emotions, and colors, music. Everything was the whole package was to my eyes and to my heart really, really powerful and beautiful. So that's really what tricked me to get the desire to enter in the company. So then I contacted the company. I said I really want to come. I auditioned for them. And
What did you do for the audition?
audition is because I'm an acrobat, so you go from like a bunch of tests, flexibility, strength, acrobatic level, and then you move on to character experience, jeu, what they call, which is kind of also character and like theater approach, stage approach. How do you express? How do you move on an empty space? They give you like a bunch of words that you have to play. You're lion, you're king, you're tree. And you just express whatever you feel.
Do they tell you what to do, or you have to do all this all by yourself?
There is some kind of, it's both. There is some, they give you
A guideline.
a guideline exactly, and then they let you develop into it. When they feel that you're kind of getting empty into it, or when they see something really interesting that they trick you again, saying, okay, keep that and make that become that, you know? So it's really challenging.
But the gymnastics, when they ask you, do you, just show us what you can do, or they tell you what they want?
No, they pretty much tell you, stay safe, but show us your
What
best.
you can do. Okay.
Yeah.
So they just give you an empty floor to do.
This is for the acting and theater part
Yes.
and jeu part.
Yes. How
Yeah.
about the acrobatics?
The acrobatics, you have few apparatus depending where you do the audition. Sometimes you do in a specialty gymnasium, or in my case I did it in Montreal, in the studio, in the headquarters. So it was more like an acrobatic environment rather than just specifically gymnastics. So it was a trampoline, it was a fast track, it was a kind of a tumbling. So they asked me to go on trampoline, on the trampoline itself, and then dismount to the pit. Stuff like this, yeah, rope, anything they can approach and that you say you could do, or you feel that you have some valuable things to show on.
What was it? A long audition? The whole day? Or?
I was by myself. I was extremely lucky to be by myself for that one. Most of the time it's big groups of auditions. Because I was by myself, it was pretty fast. It took like a whole morning. I can't remember exactly, but it's probably like a 9 to 12, kind of like 2-3 hours long.
And then at the end they say, thank you, you got the job, what?
No, they basically, if they're happy with what you show, they basically let you know that you're now in the bank of artists of Cirque du Soleil. From this bank, that's where they pick artists for hiring them for specific shows. So depending of which new shows are coming out, or which in the show already living or running, which position is there to be replaced because one artist wants to leave, there's a new opening there, stuff like that.
How soon did you, after the audition, did you get notice that you would be in the show?
So I got the notice that I was in the bank, that a success. The audition was pretty fast, within a few weeks, I think. The position for the show, it took about a year and a half. They say most of the time it's about 2 years wait, but sometimes it goes really fast. It really depends on what they need.
Somebody
exactly,
straight away, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
So they asked me to, about a year and a half after, they asked me to do a specific video for a new show coming up. It was based in Las Vegas called Love, the Beatles. So I did this from our time. I make specific video for this, and then they were really happy with the video.
What did you do in this video? Tell us.
It was more about like specific needs for this specific show. So the show, they were targeting me as one of the role that they called the sailor. So they asked me more, they asked me again to show a few acrobatic stuff and like flexibility, but really briefly. And it was mostly about how could I play a role. So they would tell me, okay, you're on a boat, there's a lot of fog around, you don't see much, and then suddenly you see an island out far. So you want to let know the whole boat that you see an island. Show us this, show us the happiness you have to see the island.
So it's quite a bit of acting, isn't it?
Exactly, yeah.
So but you're very comfortable with the acting.
You get more and more comfortable with the years. At first, when you're gymnast, you're extremely square, and
Yeah, that's right.
You go by the book. I think it's mostly from the inside, and if you understand the art of Cirque du Soleil, it's a lot about how do you play truthfully something that the audience can relate.
But you're European, it's easy for you to do that, right?
So. I do my best.
Yes. So when they ask you to play this sailor and see an island, do you have to do gymnastics with it as well?
They say if you want to include any acrobatic tricks in it, you can.
Okay.
It was this sailor, it was also a firefighter scene. It was kind of funny because I was a firefighter.
That's right.
And they told me, you firefighter, you wake up in the middle of the night, there's a fire somewhere, you have to go there and save someone.
Yes.
So I took all my gears from the firefighter station, and I was there in the gymnasium, like faking that I was getting wake up in the middle of the night, which I was doing pretty much every day. And so I was running through the gymnasium, pretending I'm going to the truck. I built the truck with like a bunch of like foam parts and basically.
So while you were waiting for the 1.5 years, you were a firefighter already.
Yeah.
So you were happy either way.
I was exactly, yeah.
Yeah. Fantastic.
Yeah. Well, the truth is, I think, of course, the best. I think when you show your best, when you have nothing to lose.
Yeah.
You know, and I really wanted that job, but at the same time, I was happy, like you said, in France. So I was like, I just give my best. If he goes, he goes. If it's not meant to be, then it won't happen.
So you got the job.
And I got the job.
Got the job. So you did that show in
Las Vegas?
Did you say Las Vegas?
Yeah.
Right. So did you have to quit your firefighting?
Yes. Obviously.
Were you not too happy?
Oh, no, I was.
Were you excited?
I was extremely excited. Extremely excited. It was a turnover in my life, but that was something I just really wanted deeply from my heart.
So how long ago was that? The Las Vegas.
Las Vegas. So we started the creation for the Beatles Love back in September 2005, and the show opened May, I believe, May 2006. And I stayed there until August 2009. Beginning of September 2009, I joined the creation of Totem for the touring show.
Right. So you did that show and then now you're in Totem.
Exactly.
Fantastic. So, okay, I noticed in your act you did a lot of pole dancing kind of acrobatic. Were you doing that sort of thing yourself already? Or
No.
How did they come about?
No, the truth is I always liked Chinese pole. You know, it's this kind of pole, but just like a bit more than twice longer on the height. And as I was in the Beatles Love show, I always liked this apparatus, the Chinese pole. So I developed a solo act on the Chinese pole.
You developed it?
Yes. On the side, I went to train, and I wanted really to. It's something that appealed to me. You know, like you have to go with what really appealed to you, and that appealed to me a lot. So I was just going there and trying to express and to find vocabulary that could be interesting for the audience, but for me. It's from that I have the background of this specific apparatus.
So you developed this, and then you told your bosses that I've developed this. Would you like to look at it? And I'd like to do this in the show. Is that what you do?
You can totally do that. The truth is, for Totem, they are looking for what they call backup act. Backup act is to get some depth in the show, meaning if some people are sick, they cannot perform, then eventually you don't want to penalize the audience for that, so you include a new or different act in the show. So they are looking for this, and so I went to propose myself with the Chinese pole act. But they say, well, Chinese pole, yeah, but we saw it already a lot, we were looking for like something a little different. And a friend of mine, actually, Craig Berman, developed this apparatus, and he talked to me about it, and when I saw it first time as live, I was like, that's really cool to me. I really want to try something on it. So I talked to him about this apparatus to the Nila Albanival, which is our artistic director, sorry. And show her a picture of the apparatus, saying, oh yeah, there's also this, but I didn't touch it yet. I'm interested to try stuff on it, and she really envisioned this is something a little bit different, a little bit new that we didn't see anywhere before. So I'm really willing to give it a shot.
Yeah, I've never seen it.
Yeah, so she contacted her superior in Montreal, at first Cirque du Soleil, and the company got interested in the project. So they made a replica of this apparatus, which is the one we have now on stage. And as we are running the show, we are on the side developing this new act.
So, so you went to develop this on your own, but do they also sometimes tell the people, okay, I want to do this concept, and can you maybe try that?
Yeah, was like the Chinese pole, I was doing it on the side. This specific one was everything. I mean, I went one time in Las Vegas to my friend on the prototype of this apparatus to do a demo video of what could be to my eyes and to my body possible on it. And they liked it, so right away they brought this apparatus on tour with us, and we all as a team, meaning from Luc Chambly, our senior artistic director, to Nila Valival, artistic director, the coach department, and a lot of like input from different eyes. They made the lighting designer and projection designer come back for the show specifically for this, and like we redesigned this whole environment to make sure that this apparatus, as we are developing it, fit as much as we can the storyline of the show.
So you are actually the originator of this whole this act, isn't it? Yeah.
In the sense,
fantastic. How do you feel about that?
Is proud.
Yeah.
I'm really proud. I'm really happy that Cirque du Soleil gave me a chance, because to my eyes, Cirque du Soleil is one of the best companies in the world, if not the best company in the world for entertainment as a cirque live experience. And it was really a gift that they trusted my experience and my skills to do that. There's a lot of hard work behind it, and it's a big relief to be able to perform that in front of an audience and feel the reaction of where did we get right, where did it go wrong. Of course, it's going to be a long process to make it, to refine it, and to make it as perfect as we can.
So you're still developing on.
Yeah, there's a lot of work to do, a lot of transition to smoothen. As you see, there's a lot of like monkeys, gorillas around, so every little interaction can be refined and better, which would really bring the quality, general quality of the performance at a higher level.